As I'm recording this message, it's just 3 weeks to the IAA colloquium here in Cape Town. But by the time you're reading this, the colloquium will have passed. The reason I mention this is that because I think that the theme of the colloquium is really key to our profession, and one that extends beyond the narrow confines of the colloquium itself. The theme, the modern actuary, challenge, influence, lead. I think that the old paradigm of the actuary being a backroom technician focused on insurance and pensions is a picture of the past. And I believe that South African actuaries are people of the future. In fact, as I've mentioned in this presidential perspective before, I'm of the view that South African actuaries have been challenging, influencing, and leading for many generations already. So this theme is just a continuation of an impressive journey to date. As I've read through the draft of this edition of the ASSA Actuary, I've been struck by this again. If I consider, for example, Heather McLeod, who has been inspiring in her challenging, leading, and influencing as she has impacted the investments and healthcare environment here in South Africa and now in New Zealand. And then as we consider the other profiles of Ranti, Shivani, Tandi, I see the same again. This challenging, leading, and influencing is not restricted to our professional space only. It extends into how our members engage with society and are influencing society around them. It's exciting and humbling for me to see the members of our profession touching lives through the social and volunteer activities that they perform. While this is in no way unique to our profession, it is encouraging to know that our members are making a difference. And I have no doubt that the few profiled here are just the tip of the iceberg of the influence of our profession in society. As professionals, we have a public interest duty. And as the South African profession, we are seeking to up our game in this space, with the appointment of Lusani to the role of public interest actuary to help us become more effective in bringing our voice in challenging, influencing, and leading into the public sector space in a more effective and coordinated way. Lastly, let me close on a theme that is very dear to me as president of ASSA. At the convention, I challenged the membership to do two things. Firstly, to have at least one meaningful engagement with someone they'd not met before, ideally who looked different to themselves. And to be constantly vigilant in all that we do to ensure that we render a quality service and demonstrate ethical behavior. If our profession is to continue to grow and thrive as we challenge, influence, and lead in our unique South African context, these two themes of being a change agent for transformation in our profession through authentic engagement with each other and maintaining professionalism at all times remains critical. At a recent council engagement on our strategy, we asked ourselves what events could derail or destroy the relevance of the profession, which is my presidential theme. We identified in that process that a lack of transformation and an ethical failure would be two material risks. This must not be allowed to happen, and we must keep each other accountable to these twin goals. So let us continue as global leaders in being the modern actuary who challenges, influences, and leads, and above all, is professional to the core.